doesn't love chocolate? Chocolate is comfort. Chocolate is childhood. Chocolate is gratitude wrapped in foil. A band-aid for a rough day. A little square of hope. Medication for love sickness. But you've noticed, right? Chocolate is getting expensive. Awfully expensive. And here's why. Cocoa prices have tripled in 2 years, from $3,000 per ton to over $10,000. Not so much because demand exploded, but because droughts in West Africa devastate entire harvests. Weather patterns we have never seen before are destroying the very crops that give us this simple pleasure. And chocolate is not the only crop becoming scary expensive. What happens there happens everywhere. With your morning coffee, with your afternoon tea, even with rice and olive oil. Climate costs are no longer abstract. They arrive in our kitchens, in our wallets, in our daily rituals. We need to change something. For over 10 years, I've been an expert in sustainable transformation, helping companies to reshape how they buy, how they build supply chains, and how they plan for the future. And yet, I'm angrier today than I've ever been, because I've watched opportunity after opportunity slip away. I've seen people join companies with a dedication to make a difference, only to be systematically shut down. I've watched change get blocked simply because it's uncomfortable. I sat in boardrooms where managers casually pay $3 million in fines, pocket change to them, but suddenly claim there's no budget for sustainability projects. Last month, I sat across from a CEO whose company depends on stable supply chains. I presented a project that would save money, reduce risk, and protect exactly against these climate disruptions. His response? I only have 3 years left in this role. Why should I take on something so big, so potentially stressful? Let the next CEO worry about that. This didn't just make me angry. It made me want to burn things down. But that wouldn't help the climate either, would it? And that right there is the problem with how we make decisions. We optimize for the next 3 years, while our children inherit the bill for the next 30. In German, we have a concept that captures what's missing from that planning. Enkelfähig. Enkel is the German word for grandchildren. And Enkelfähig means not just profitable for us, but ensuring the well-being of those who follow. Think of it like this. You borrow your friend's car, drive it all weekend, and return it with an empty tank, a broken taillight, and trash in the backseat. Technically, you got where you needed to go, but you left someone else to deal with the mess. Enkelfähig is returning the car with a full tank or battery, maybe even some energy-saving devices and some chocolate on the dashboard. It's thinking about whoever drives next. Now think about your last big decision at work, at home, as a voter. Would you ask yourself, is this Enkelfähig? Most of us don't, because most of us don't even have a word. But imagine if we did. Imagine if every boardroom, every budget meeting, every policy debate started with this question: is what we are about to do Enkelfähig? Right now, we are stripe mining the future for today's profits. And that CEO decision, not Enkelfähig, but Darth Vader-fähig. But here's what gives me hope. Some companies already think this way. And when they do, magic happens. Take Schneider Electric. They don't treat sustainability as a slogan. They turn it into strategy. Since 2018, Schneider Electric saved with their smart energy and building systems 347 million tons of CO2. That equals 70 million cars taking off the roads. Imagine the silence. Imagine the skies. For their clients, this isn't charity. It's billions of lower energy costs. Billions that can be reinvested in growth. And the company itself grows too. Their sustainability solution expand at double-digit rates. 76% of all Schneider products are green premium today. And by 2025, Schneider Electric is named the most sustainable company in the world, not despite its strategy, because of it. That is Enkelfähig at work. But Schneider Electric is not alone. Others show us sustainability is not a burden, it's a breakthrough. Take Tassi Plastics, a small American supplier. In 2010, they thought they were finished. Their biggest customer, Johnson & Johnson, was about to walk away. Why? A terrible sustainability rating. So they asked the Enkelfähig question. How do we build something our grandchildren can be proud of? They didn't just fix their rating. They revolutionized their business, cut waste, embraced renewables, made sustainability their strategy, not their afterthought. That is Enkelfähig, a company that survives by changing and thrives by caring. Mann & Hummel, a German family business, knew their traditional car filter business was in danger, not very Enkelfähig in an electric future. But instead of panicking, they asked, what will the world need in 50 years? Today, they build filters that clean city airs, water purification systems for communities and hospitals. They didn't just survive the transition, they are leading it. The new divisions already generates hundreds of millions in revenue and are fast growing. 10% of their revenue now comes from these new fields, with a goal of 25% by 2028. This is not abandoning roots, this is adding wings. That is Enkelfähig, leaving clean rivers, clean cities, clean homes, while building a clean balance sheet. This is the new reality. If you can't prove your decisions are Enkelfähig, you will lose your license to operate. Last month, I watched a major contract worth tens of millions get decided. The usual winner was eliminated in the first round, not because they were too expensive, but because they couldn't prove sustainability. The contract went to a smaller competitor, not for being the cheapest, but for being Enkelfähig. That's the new survival of the fittest. But here's the absurdity I face every day. We can save money. We can reduce risk. We can build resilience. And still, the answer is no. Why? Because it would be inconvenient. But our insurance premiums rise with every flood. Food prices spike with every drought. Supply chains break with every crisis. We are already paying the bill for unsustainable decisions by corporates. We are paying it in installments and with interest. The same company that say no budget for sustainability projects spend fortunes in marketing campaign about how much they care. That is not just hypocritical. This is suicide in slow motion. Insurance companies know this. Günther Thallinger, on the board of Allianz, one of the world's largest insurance companies, warns, if we continue like this, we as insurers will eventually not be able to insure infrastructure anymore. And then capitalism is dead. When your insurer tells you the system is breaking, you'd better listen. Look at Iran. Tehran, a city of 15 million people, is running out of water. The government is talking about moving the capital, moving 15 million people. They know it can't be done, but they are talking about it anyway because they know it's not possible. This is what collapse looks like. Water scarcity disrupts supply chains in water-intensive industries. Textiles, chemicals, food, agriculture, mining, construction material. Power outages from reduced hydroelectric capacity lead to production shutdowns and delays. Extreme heat, drought, and lack of energy make entire locations permanently uninhabitable. But here's what gives me hope. Family businesses and their idea of Enkelfähig. Fourth-generation companies don't think in quarters. They think in centuries. And guess what? They consistently outperform every short-term company on every metric that matters. Profitability, employee satisfaction, innovation, resilience. When CEOs say no to Enkelfähig projects, they are not just saying no to us. They are saying no to every child who will inherit the storm we leave behind. So here's my challenge to you. From now on, rate everything on Enkelfähigkeit. Your company's strategy, Enkelfähig or not. Your city's infrastructure plan, Enkelfähig or not. The products you buy, Enkelfähig or not. Make it emotional and rational. Because our future depends on both, on our hearts and our heads. Don't just demand on sustainability reports that nobody reads. Demand answers to real questions. What have you done to make this company Enkelfähig? Those companies who understand that are already ahead. They are not just sustainable, they are Enkelfähig. And that, in the end, is the real bottom line. So let this German word of Enkelfähig travel around the world. Let it jump from German to English, from English into our languages, because all need it. Our grandchildren, all of them, deserve more than our excuses. They deserve our courage. They deserve a world intact, a world that is truly for all future generations. That's what it is about. Future, chocolate not so much.